A very common question that I have heard, should I go on a longer Disney cruise or a shorter one? Well, my vote is for a longer Disney cruise, and in this video I'm going to give you 7 reasons why. In this video I'm going to skip some of the obvious stuff like a shorter vacation versus a longer vacation and more days at sea. I'm skipping all of that, and instead I'm going to talk about the differences that you can feel once you've been on a shorter one and a longer one. Starting off with number 7, it's those unique shows and performances that you can find on the longer Disney cruises. The Disney Cruise Line is well known for those Broadway caliber productions that they put on at sea. They are incredible, but you can see those productions on shorter cruises or on longer cruises. I'm talking about those unique performances by musicians or artists or some other performer on the stage in between those shows on your voyage. What's really fun about this is that Disney rotates these artists all the time, so 9 times out of 10 you're going to see someone brand new that you've never seen before despite the number of cruises that you've been on. Number 6, you have the opportunity to see more of the ship. When my family and I took our very first cruise ever, that 3-night adventure on the Dream, we felt like it was a magical adventure, but we didn't get to see as much of the ship as we would have liked. My family and I made every attempt to see as much of the Disney Dream as possible, and let's say just for the purposes of this video, we had a chance to see it all. If that was the case, we only glanced at it. We didn't have the time to play some of those scavenger hunt games and do other things around the ship. We had to prioritize what we wanted to do just because it was a short amount of time. A longer adventure would allow us to try just about everything and have plenty of free time as well. Number 5, on longer Disney cruise adventures, you really have the opportunity to get to know the crew. One striking difference between the longer cruise and the shorter cruise that my brother and I noticed at the end of our 7-night adventure on the Wonder was how well the crew knew us by the end. By the end of the adventure, many of the crew knew our name and we knew theirs as well. It was great to have that connection on board and be able to say you have a new friend. Number 4, those longer adventures have more delicious food options. Currently on board the Disney Cruise Line fleet, you have 3 different restaurants that you rotate through your voyage. On shorter cruises, you might try every single restaurant once. Maybe on 4 or 5-night cruises, you'll try every restaurant once plus 1 or 2 of them twice, which is also a lot of fun. On longer cruises, you'll just keep that rotation going. And what's really unique is that the menus change every single night, so you never want to miss a dinner because it's totally new the next time you're there, which I think really adds to the experience. But it's not just the food that changes every single time you return to the restaurant on that voyage, it's the entertainment as well. Animator's Palette is the name of one of the restaurants on all of the Disney cruise ships, and it is a lot of fun, has a lot of great food. On the Dream, we had the opportunity to swim with Crush. It was fun, but geared more toward children. On the Wonder, it was totally different. We saw the screens change one night as it told a story of animation. It was so cool. And then another night, we actually got to become guest animators and see our drawings come to life on the screen. It was truly magical. Now, not every restaurant has these drastic changes. At Tiana's place, it was more of a subtle change. Different music, different parade, and Lewis came out on one night, but not the first night. So subtle changes in some restaurants, more drastic changes at others. Number 3 on our list are those special celebrations that only happen on those longer Disney cruises. On the 7-night adventure on the Wonder, we had the opportunity to go to the captain's reception, meet the captain, talk to him. They were handing out free drinks, both alcoholic and non-alcoholic. They were doing special photos, and it was formal night, so it was a really cool environment. The captain's reception only takes place on cruises that are 7 nights or longer, and there's special receptions for gold and platinum level Castaway Club members on 8-night or longer cruises. The runner-up on our list is the opportunity to see more places that you couldn't see on shorter cruises. If you've only ever experienced shorter Disney cruises, there are only a few places that they go to, maybe Nassau, Bahamas, Castaway Cay, and I don't want to take away from my favorite port of call, but that's just about the area that they can go in. If you're talking about a Bahamian, Caribbean cruise, that is just about as far as they go, sometimes to the Keys as well, but that's about it. They don't go much further than that, and if you want to see other areas that are south of that area or maybe east of that area, then you definitely need to go on a longer cruise. And finally, the number 1 reason why I would choose a longer cruise over a shorter cruise given the choice is that feeling of relaxation that you come away with. I feel like this one is really underappreciated because on Disney cruises there is really so much to do. You can go on the aqueduct, you can meet your favorite characters, you can see a movie, you can play a game show. There is always something going on, and on the shorter cruises you may end up feeling just a little bit rushed through some of these things that you really want to do. To me, it really comes down to a feeling. You can sit back and relax with a coffee in your hand, looking at a view of the ocean, and your phone buzzes reminding you that a meet and greet with Goofy is about to happen. You're about to stand up and you say to yourself, you know what, instead for right now, I'm just going to sit back, relax, enjoy this view. I can meet Goofy later on our adventure because I have more days to go. Now, with all of these reasons for trying a longer Disney cruise, I do want to mention one important point about shorter Disney cruises. They are perfect for your very first time. If you're a little anxious about the Disney Cruise Line and you've never tried it before, the shorter cruises are absolutely perfect for that. They give you a taste. You want to make sure it goes to Castaway Cay, very important. But after that, you get a small taste and then you're right back on land. And then if you really liked it, you can go on the longer adventures. Now, those are my thoughts. I would love to hear from you. Have you been on many Disney cruises and will only go on 7-night or longer cruises from this point forward? Or maybe you've never tried cruising before and the 7-night definitely looks scary. You want to try a 3 or 4-night just to start? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for being a part of the magic with me. Until next time, have a magical day.